Hello, my friend, and welcome to Swag and Sorcery, where we have to manage this awesome fantasy village and send adventurers on to get swag. Our most important mission that we have to complete right now is we have to hire an adventurer. So the first thing that we're going to do is click on our guild, and we're going to hire Hoshi. Hoshi's a level 1 fighter, I guess you could call him. And now that we've gotten that, we've got a little bit of money for completing that quest, and we're gonna send him on his first fight now, which just involves me dragging him onto this horse and sending him on an adventure. So this was made by the same people that created Graveyard Keeper, which those of you that kept up with that series know that was a very charming little game, and it was also published by Tiny Build. The game's gonna be available on May 9th, and this is what an adventure looks like. You go through this little thing. It's all automated. You don't have to do anything. In fact, I can go through and just manage my town if I'd like to while this is happening. But as you go through, you'll complete different objectives that are randomly generated. You'll have different resources that you can pick up, like gold that you can get from monsters, logs that you can get from trees, and monsters actually, and copper ore and stuff. So now that we visited for our first fight, we'll go ahead and get the reward for that, and we'll have a new quest that comes up. And this is kind of like a tutorial. It's just going to bring us through some of the beginning things here. So now that our hero's wounded, it says that we can bring him on to church. We can go to the church and heal for 8 gold. We're all the way full again, and we got a reward for that as well. So next is going to tell us that we can start up by collecting 3 chestnut logs for this quest in order to make a smithy. And if we go to the it shows that we only have 1 of 3 logs here. We can check our inventory and see what we have, but mainly what we have to do is go on an adventure again. Now you can see there's a few things going on this screen. We've discovered 1 of the 8 different monsters that are available in this quest. We've discovered 2 of the resources that are available in this quest, and we're 5% complete on this journey to get to the boss unlock. And it's made for levels 1 through 5. And we have a few that are going to be available here coming up from the stable. So let's just fight. And we're going to go through again and do it. Now, eventually, we'll be able to start multiple adventures at one time. And we're also going to be able to get multiple party members, as you'll see as the game unfolds and as you progress through the levels. But right now, we've got 2 ore and 2 chestnut logs, which I think we only needed a couple more chestnut logs. And so far, we haven't seen anything different. We still have quite a bit of hit points to go. I could do a replay real quick and get another little bit of progress so that I don't have to re-equip. It doesn't really give me time to heal, but that's okay. Alrighty. Looks like we've got a little bit more ore here. Hopefully we get some more chestnut logs. There we go. And we didn't get any encounters that time. We can actually go replay again then. And we can always surrender with this white flag if it gets too late. If we get to the point to where the monsters are coming at us and we're running low in hit points, we can always pull out. All right. This one might be the deal. They have some special attacks that they can do. See how it says retreat is better than defeat. Your character's health is the utmost importance. When your character return to the village with 0 hit points, they lose all the resources they've collected. Click on retreat button before this happens. That's a smart way to do things. And it looks like we'll be able to collect quite a bit though. 36, I'm gonna take 1 more chance here and go to replay, and then I'm gonna surrender immediately because I got to a monster and I wasn't ready to fight him. Okay, so we've collected the logs. Let's go ahead and complete that quest. And it says here that we have a smithy available. We could click on it and we can go to build. And I think a cat just died somewhere in there. Begin construction. We've got it done. And now we're going to have the Metalwork quest that pops up. It's going to tell us that we can equip heroes. We need to create militia greaves. So to do this, we're going to drag our hero onto here. And we have some crafting efficiency that we can get while doing this. We're going to craft a few of the greaves. We can craft a few copper ore in order to get greaves. We can craft as many as we can here, and that's just going to put them in the queue and start crafting. And it says here that we have militia breastplate, greaves, and helmet available, as well as the sword and light spear. Let's craft the greaves because that's a quest that we need to do. And do we have enough for a sword? Nope. We also need some chestnut planks, which we don't have available yet, right? So I think the best thing to do is going to be just to craft a helmet here. Yeah, because we don't have quite enough for the breastplate. And you can see here they have some stats along with them, which it's also possible to get better equipment from these, like magic items, so to speak. Okay, so we got the quest complete. And it looks like the market, we can actually sell these too. So you can always create different equipment with the resources that you find in order to sell to get more money. So let's see here. We have to build a training camp now. That's going to take 4 wood. Thankfully, we went on a few quests, so we actually have that. And we can run through, and it shows that we can train Hoshi. So after completing the quest, Broad Prospects, at the training camp, you can raise a character's level and develop their attributes. As you might have guessed, you'll be the one that has to pay for the training. Yep, well, we got 30 bucks for that, and we have 171 altogether. Let's look at persist training. It's time to send your fighter to training and raise your level if you suddenly run out of money. You can always extract resources, craft items, and sell them at the market, just like we talked about earlier. So we have to level up our character. We have 100 gold that we can use to train him. He's level 2 now. And if we check out his equipment, you'll see that these both have a level 2 requirement. And the higher end equipment that you get, the more levels it will require naturally. So it's a constant deal. Your characters don't need any specific amount of experience to level up. You could just level them up as you spend money. You know, it's a pretty simple system. So we got 90 bucks for that, which is good. We also have another quest that popped up here. Bring 5 pieces of copper ore to the blacksmith in order to fix the peasant scythes. Okay, we only have 1. Let's look at this first. Your fighter is at least a little more confident after training. That hunted look in their eyes is fading. Now try to put the greaves on your hero. We did that. We got the 90 bucks for it. I'm kind of moving ahead, but your fighter could easily use a good sword. To make one, you'll need a chestnut plank, which can make it the hunting lodge. Yeah, we had seen that, okay? So we need 5 wood to do that. So we need 4 copper and 5 wood. Let's go to the training grounds again, or the stable, I should say, and send our character on another adventure. Now we have the helmet and the greaves. We should be much better equipped to handle all the bad guys in the forest, and hopefully we get quite a bit of materials here. We'll run through as many times as needed, though. Oh, here's a new monster. This is our 3rd replay. So we've got quite a bit of missions going on, and it looks like we got some sort of double attack going on. Also, you can click on these monsters as you go, and it kind of tells you a little bit about them when you go through. If we run across another monster, I'll show you how that looks. Here we go. So let's click on the monster, and it says it's a mystical int. This funny walking tangle was once a real tree. It shows you about their attacks and what they do and the type of loot that they're able to drop. And we'll see if we can beat this guy. This is our 5th run. It does not look like we're going to be able to go here. So let's get out of here, just in case. All right, so we've got the copper ore that we can use for the quest. Let's go ahead and complete that. We'll get 150 bucks for it. And we have the hunting lodge that we could build now with all the logs that we got. As you can see, as you get more equipped, you could go through the replays many more times to get all you need. The hunting lodge is built. We'll complete that quest, get the 40 bucks from it. And it says, a wooden toy sword is very sweet, but it's time to give your fighter a proper weapon. Send your fighter to the smithy and let them make a short blade. And we can always check what we need with the storage. We know that already. Let's go to the smithy. We'll craft some of this copper ingot. We'll go into the weapons, select the militia sword. Oh, the first thing that we're going to need to do is actually craft these boards here. So chestnut planks, we can craft 4 of those. All right, we made those. All right, we made those, so we should be able to craft the militia sword now. Oh, we need 1 more copper ingot. You stinker. So we have a quest My sons and I are the best monster hunters in the whole kingdom. I hear that you and your men have decided to challenge us. Don't make me laugh. You can't even hunt down a wolf. Kill 5 timber wolves and we'll get some gold as a reward for that. And now, sorry to bother you, but the miller is boring me to death. He wants me to fix his millstones. Could you help the chestnut planks? I'll need them. Oh no, we gave him 2 chestnut planks because we had them on stack. But he gave us 350 bucks, so that's not that bad. But we're gonna have to go out and do a little bit more hunting, I suppose. Forced vacation. Our locals are scolding me. Supposedly I do nothing all day except basking in the sun, but it's because I've run out of copper. If you bring me some, I'll make you a helmet. It's probably a random helmet, but maybe a special helmet. Okay, let's go back and adventure. So we've gotten to the point now to where we can make our sword. Let's create our militia sword and craft it. And unfortunately, some of these resources could have been meant for the guy that wants the copper ingots, but I wanted to complete the main quest first. So let's go ahead and complete that. I have 120 bucks. And the coolest part about this is we get to equip our fighter with this actually. So let's go into the guild, equip, and drag our sword on. Now we've got a much better attack rating, and as you can see, there's quite a few other slots that we can fill on our characters as well as equipment that we can collect. Let's go and select mood. Your fighter is spoiled and their spirits have fallen because of all the hard work they've had to do. They keep wandering around the village complaining about life. Send them to the spa. And it looks like we'll get the increase the group maximum size as well as a gold reward if we do this. Also, each character has a range of moods. When a character is happy, they get a number of benefits. Things starting with more difficult when they're not. Hard work, like crafting and adventuring, worsen a character's mood, but things look much brighter after a trip to the spa. And the spa is pretty self-explanatory. We have a mood meter on the right side. If we hit relax right here, it'll send us to the spa. It'll bring our mood all the way up, and it also completes the quest. The spa puts your characters in a good mood and high spirits. It's the best medicine for stress, colds, and excess body fat. Now we have the increase group. Your fighter is very fine, of course, but they stand alone against many enemies. It's almost unfair. Hire a partner for them. If you haven't already done so, send a newly formed party fighters to Magical Forest. Okay, so if we go to the guild here, we can hire a new character. And we got Kazuki. Now, Kazuki has the option to use a bunch of the same equipment, but we're going to find out very soon that going out is going to be a little bit difficult. Characters with melee weapons can attack only if they're standing in the front of the group. Characters with melee weapons can only attack if they're at the front of the party. So, we need an archer. We need bows, and we can make that at the hunting lodge here. If we go, we'll see that there are simple crossbows that you can make, but you guessed it, planks and ingots. Can we make any more planks? No. But we can make this wolf leather stuff. Let's go ahead and grab some of that. And without further ado, let's go on another adventure right at this point with only one party member. We have the new sword. It does 49 points of damage, which is pretty darn good if we don't get weakened, of course. We need some more wolves to kill for the quest, as well as some more wolf pelt for some of the equipment that we'll be using for our archer. But we desperately need planks. And we just got some ore, which is going to help as well. And planks. Okay. So we have enough materials after a few more adventures to go ahead and get the bows. If we look at bows, there's going to be two different ones. There's a level 4, which that's a minimum level requirement for the character to have in order to use this. So we don't want to create this one right now, even though we can afford it. But if we go to training crossbow, we can do that at level 1. So let's go ahead and craft that. And we're going to use some of the wolf pelts that we've got to try to put together some stuff for this. You can sell extra weapons and armor at the market. That's true. So if we end up getting a second bow, we can always sell this one that we just made or whatever. Let's go ahead and sell the scout's jacket. Let's go ahead and craft the scout's jacket here. And we're gonna need a couple more wolf leather for the hat and the pants. But at least we'll have a little bit of protection for her. And let's go ahead and equip it now. We'll go to Kazuki, I'm sorry. Put the crossbow in her hands, and it looks like we need to be level 3 just to wear this. So, can we level her up is the thing here. We're only level 2 with Hoshi. Let's see. And, okay, level 3, perfect. Can we do it with Hoshi too? Yeah, we're both level 3 now, okay. So we have a little bit going for us now. And we may even be able to, even though we have this copper ingots thing, let's see if we can make the militia breastplate. We can. Let's go ahead and craft it. We're gonna need a few more copper ingots in order to finish that quest now, but that's okay because he's gonna be fully equipped, and since he's first, he's gonna get hit more often, most likely. So let's equip him with all of the good stuff, and we'll go to Kazuki and equip the scout's jacket. There we go. Now we're starting to look, and this is agility actually. This increases instead of just defense, but it changes how much damage you could do with crossbows and rifles and stuff. So now that we have 2 adventurers, guess what? We can send them both out. And we're at 56% now, so hopefully this gets a little bit easier. Let's see how this goes down. So naturally, a second person doesn't help when it comes to resources, but things like killing wolves. Oh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork, boo. And this guy, which is usually kind of hard for us to deal with. Oh, baby. Yeah, that's pretty good. Man, she hits really hard. She hits really hard. I like it. All right, after a little bit more adventuring, we've got the copper ingots to give up. We'll get this quest reward, which is a militia helmet that looks like it's magical. We've got the timber wolves killed, so we'll get 200 bucks for that. And the Party of 2 adventure is done as well. We'll get another 110 bucks and a new quest to open up. A real challenge. Kill 2 elite mystical ints. That seems fun. So sometimes when you're going through the forest, there's going to be elites with stars above their heads. And you can also get better rewards from them too, which is really, really cool. Anyway, we have the ability to go on more adventures and finish that up. I think the first thing that we're going to want to do though is craft the rest of our armor for our girl here. All we need to do is make some wolf leather, I do believe. And with that, we can make the scout pants and the scout hat, which is going to set her up really, really nicely. So let's take a look at that helmet that we got. It looks like our damage would go up and our defense would go up. There's a +5 strength. Even though it's not quite the defense that we currently have, it's a little bit better of an item altogether. It requires level 3, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and equip it. And for Kazuki, she has the greaves that she can put on and the scout's hat. Perfect. And if we go and train Kazuki up to level 4, she should be able to use this better training bow here, this simple crossbow. Let's go ahead and craft this. And you can see the crafting efficiency is going up here. We have an 18% chance of crafting a high quality item now. And if we go on to equip her, we'll see that we get a pretty big damage bonus from this. So now these missions should start to be kind of a cakewalk here. We have 309 bucks. We need to kill 2 elite ints. We should be able to do it with this setup right here. This is a mystical int, but it's not an elite because there's no star. Uh-oh. We need to bring him to the spa. He's in a bad mood. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, he's in a really bad mood. What made you so pissy, man? Here's one. Hopefully he doesn't get too demoralized. All right. I think we got it anyway there. There's one. Let's go ahead and bring him to the spot and get him set up here. Yeah, he was starting at 31 gold to relax. I'll take it. Let's go back out. After we heal, of course. And here's the second mystical int. He's in a good mood now, so this should be a lot easier. Oh my god. Special attack We're gonna melt an acid for a little bit, or poison. Okay, it's over. Good lord, she's hurting though. Okay, we completed that quest, got 100 more bucks. And it looks like we have a few more quests that come up, but that's gonna be it for the first episode, you guys. I'm gonna be streaming this today at noon central, as I do every day, a variety of content from noon central, Monday through Saturday. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Zueljin at those times. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.